Welcome to sunny Southern California. We are in LA, Los Angeles, the city of angels. More specifically, we're in Carson, California, about 20 miles south of downtown Los Angeles. This is the StubHub Center. It is the home of the LA Galaxy soccer team, but recently it has been the host of some of the most exciting fights in boxing, and this Saturday night should be no different. Hello everyone, I'm Brian Cusser for SHO Sports Press Pass Live. This is the weigh-in for Shawn Porter taking on Kell Brook. Of course, it will be the main event, part of a triple header. It comes your way on Showtime Championship Boxing on Saturday night. Now, starting off the card is the lightweight champion of the world, Omar Figueroa. He puts his title on the line against Daniel Estrada. In the co-main feature, well, it's really a fight that both fighters have been calling for, and boxing fans as well. It is the rematch of the super middleweight champion of the world. Sakio Bika puts his title back on the line against Anthony the Dog Dirrell. Of course, last time these two fought to a draw, so they're going to look to settle the score. And then in the main event, it is the undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world. Shawn Showtime Porter takes on Kell Brook from England. All the fighters are here. We're getting ready to start this weigh-in. You know, Shawn Porter's rise has just been tremendous, especially in his last two fights. He had an outstanding amateur career. Here's now Shawn Porter in his own words about his career and how he got to this point.
My name is Showtime Shawn Porter. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Anything competitive was encouraged at home. I had two older brothers, so got two older brothers, you have to compete. At a young age, I was always aggressive, always going forward, trying to knock your block off with my pillows that I was, holding in my hands. My dad started training me when I was about 4 years old, so it's always been something I've just done. Growing up, it was always football and boxing, literally. Always, I played football in the fall and I boxed when I wasn't playing football. For us, it was just train, travel, fight, win, go home and do it again. We've done just about every tournament out there as an amateur. That was about 15, 16. And we started fighting against other countries and stuff like that. And I found that to be very fun. And not only that, I won. And so that's what kept me going. When it came time for me to make a decision coming out of high school whether or not I would go to college and play football or box, I came to my dad with my decision. He said to me, you listen to what I say and do what I tell you to do, as you always have. He says, we'll be successful. My relationship with my father over 26 years has never changed. He's been there since day one. He's always pushed me to my limit, and he's always taught me how to succeed and what it takes to be the best. And that's just something that he's built in me, something that is a part of us as a family.
The new IBF welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, Shawn Porter.
I think right now in my career, I'm where I want to be. I am a world champion. At the end of the day, I just want people to remember me for not being the greatest fighter in the world, but just being the greatest athlete and person that I could be. My name is Showtime Shawn Porter, and I am a fighter.
Porter versus Brook, tomorrow at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on Showtime and Showtime Anytime.
And of course, Shawn Porter has quickly become one of the most exciting fighters in boxing. You'll see him in the main event. It comes your way on Showtime Championship Boxing tomorrow night. All the fighters are here. Let's get this weigh-in started. I'm going to turn things over to my Showtime colleague. Here's the always classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to the official weigh-in for our big night of action coming your way tomorrow night right here at the StubHub Center. It's all brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Showtime. Sponsored by Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, and AT&T, mobilizing your world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our opening world title attraction on Showtime Championship Boxing features 12 rounds of action for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World.
Making his way to the stage, representando Mexico City, Mexico, tremendo, Daniel Estrada. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage, the undefeated Omar Figueroa Jr. Jr.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to bring our fighters to the scale. Once again, 12 rounds for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. Lightweight limit 135 pounds. 135 pounds weight limit. We invite first to the scale the challenger with a record of 32 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw with 24 knockouts. He is ranked the WBC number 1 lightweight in the world from Mexico City, Distrito Federal, introducing Daniel Tremendo Estrada. $134.5 pounds, 134.5 pounds for Daniel Estrada. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the scale at this time the defending champion with a record of 23 wins, no loss, 1 draw with 17 knockouts, making his first title defense. Here is the undefeated WBC lightweight champion, Omar Figueroa.
What's the weight?
Omar Figueroa weighs in at 135 pounds even. 135 for Omar Figueroa.
Daniel Estrada, Omar Figueroa Jr., both these guys weigh in. Of course, Omar, the WBC lightweight champion of the world, defended that title for the first time on April 26. Won that split decision against Jerry Belmontes, but there were a lot of people who thought Belmontes won that fight. Even Omar Figueroa said that was not his best performance, looking to redeem himself, of course, this weekend.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
Watch them as these guys get ready to face off.
Undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. El Panterrita, Omar Figueroa. StubHub Center, let them know, están listos.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Opens up Showtime Championship Boxing, 12 rounds for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. Omar Figueroa, Daniel Estrada.
And of course, Omar has been very, very open and honest about some of the hand problems that he's experienced. Said he took it easy in sparring this time around just to protect his hands.
One of the all-time great boxers in the world, Juan Manuel Marquez.
In just a few moments, we're going to speak with Omar Figueroa Jr. Daniel Estrada is coming into this fight with a heavy heart. He just recently lost his sister and his niece in a car accident, so he comes into this fight with a heavy heart. Joining me now is the lightweight champion of the world, Omar Figueroa Jr. Listen, the last time we saw you here, it was against Jerry Belmontes, and you said you're looking forward to redeeming yourself. You said that performance we saw in April is not the same Omar Figueroa we'll see tomorrow night?
Well, let's hope not. I prepared very, very differently for this fight, and I think I came in way better shape, so I hope my body responds on Saturday, and we prove that.
You've been very open about the hand issues. Do you think it will be a problem at all Saturday night?
I can't tell right now. It's not until I start hitting them that I'll see how my hands fare, but as of right now, everything's good. So, I made weight. I feel strong, and we'll see.
Last but not least, you said this is your last fight at this weight. You say your next fight, you're going up to 140.
Yeah, definitely moving up to 140. I expect an even better Omar 140.
There he is. Omar Figueroa, the lightweight champion of the world. Best of luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's turn back things over to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to weigh in our next fight. Next title attraction is a rematch showdown. 12 rounds of action for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World.
Making his way to the stage first, ladies and gentlemen, his return to the ring. He is the dog, Anthony Dirrell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage, Sakio, the Scorpion Bika.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to bring our fighters to the scale at this time, reminding you for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World, the weight limit is 168 pounds. First, we invite to the scale the challenger, 26-0-1 with 22 knockouts, ranked the WBC number 6 world contender. Please welcome from Flint, Michigan, the undefeated Anthony the Dog Dirrell. Anthony Dirrell weighs in at 168 pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, the defending champion, with a record of 32 wins, 5 losses, and 3 draws, with 21 knockouts. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, by way of Cameroon, making his 2nd world title defense. Here is the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Sakio, the Scorpion Bika. 167 3/4 pounds for Sakio Bika. 1 3/4 pounds. Bika weighs in at 167 3/4 pounds.
Well, of course, this is a rematch. These guys first fought back in December of last year, fought to a draw. Both men thought they won the fight. Of course, Bika retained his title. Dirrell says it will be much different this time around. You can see he is very confident, very loose. And what a story he's got. I mean, motorcycle accident in 2012, broke his leg, came back from that. In 2006, he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, had 25 rounds of chemo as these two face off.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's a rematch. 12 rounds for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Sakio Bika and Dirrell.
Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at?
Anthony Dirrell says he's looking to become the 2nd cancer survivor in basically 2 weeks to win a world title. Daniel Jacobs was the first when he did it just last week.
Please make your way to the left-hand side of the stage. Please, Kell Brook and team, left-hand side of the stage.
We're going to talk to both guys. In fact, joining me right now is the challenger, Anthony Dirrell. Last time you guys fought, it was a draw. You felt you won that fight.
You know I won.
What will be different than this Saturday?
It's just going to be an easier fight. I mean, nothing's really changed. Just tuned up on a few things, but it's going to be an easy fight for me.
Because you guys fought to a draw last time, they always say you got to knock out the champion. Do you feel like you have to do that Saturday night?
I am going to do it. I don't feel like I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a knockout.
You talked about, and you want to be the 2nd cancer survivor to win a world title in the 2nd week. What would that mean to you to win this title, considering everything you've been through, fighting cancer, motorcycle accident, breaking your leg? What would that mean to you?
I mean, it'll mean a lot. It's just not to me. It's to all the cancer survivors, all the people that have cancer, my city, my family, everybody. So it'll just mean a lot. So I mean, I can't even express it right now.
Anthony the Dog Dirrell, best of luck to you Saturday night, taking on Sakio Bika. Joining me now is the super middleweight champion of the world. Here he is, Sakio Bika. You just heard Anthony Dirrell. He felt like he won the first fight and says he's going to knock you out Saturday night. Give me your response.
Man, you know, the guy is always talking. If he feel like he can knock me out on Saturday night, you don't need to run away. You don't need to run all the way on the ring, you know, and to pretend, say, you know, shut up, man. I was talking, I didn't say nothing, you know. He was running all the way, you know, try to run, try to survive. Saturday, come and sit, come in the ring and see if you can fight. not run away. You run.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Sakio.
Yeah.
What will be different in your fight then Saturday night than maybe you didn't do the first time around?
I think the first fight it can just be because in the first fight, I was just a little bit, a little bit cool, a little bit calm, I was just trying to adjust. When I say on the first fight, I was just a little bit calm. But on the second fight, I can't be calm. I have to go there to make it fight my own fight. Judge, you sure? You have to be quiet.
Do you think you have to stop him?
I will beat him. I will keep my bird up. If I need to stop him, I can stop him. And this guy, he need to be in the ring and say he can set on the middle of the ring and fight. He can't just run away, pretend. If you want, we can put a check on. I will fuck you around on Saturday.
Best of luck to you Saturday night. He is the super middleweight champion of the world, Sakio Bika. All right, let's turn things over to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, we're ready to weigh in our main event of the evening, the featured attraction brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Showtime in association with Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, and AT&T, mobilizing your world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the main event is the battle of the undefeateds, 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the World.
Making his way to the stage, he is the undefeated Kell Special One Brook. And now, making his way to the stage, the undefeated Showtime Shawn Porter.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to bring our fighters on to the scale at this time. Once again, the IBF Welterweight Championship, weight limit of 147 pounds. First, ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated challenger with a record of 32 wins, no losses, with 22 knockouts. Ranked the IBF #1 welterweight in the world from Sheffield, England. Please, the SHO One, Kell.
Good. Word. Thank you.
Brook weighs in at 146 and 1 pound. 146 and 1/2 pounds for Kell Brook. 146 and a half pounds. Gentlemen, his opponent is the undefeated defending champion with a record of 4 wins, losses, 1 draw, with 15 knockouts. Making the second defense of his title, here is the undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, Shawn Porter.
Kill it.
Showtime Shawn Porter. Once again, Showtime Shawn Porter weighs in at 146 3/4 pounds.
All right, Showtime Shawn Porter, of course, the IBF welterweight champion of the world. He has successfully defended his title once and came back on April 19th when he stopped our very own Paulie Malignaggi. He is 2-0, by the way, in world championship fights. Of course, he won the title from Devin Alexander. Kell Brook, 9-year pro. This will be basically the second time he's fighting in the U.S. and outside of Britain. He has been the #1 contender in the IBF since October of 2012. This has been a long time coming for him. And let's watch these two as they get ready to face off.
Gentlemen, it's the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing. The IBF Welterweight Championship of the World, Showtime Shawn Porter, the special one, Kell Brook.
Oh, that was intense. We are expecting fireworks in the main event. Kell Brook says he has been waiting for this for a long time.
Stub up center.
As he
Are you
challenges
ready for
Showtime Shawn Porter. It should be a very, very interesting fight. We're going to talk to both guys, and we're going to start things off here with England's very own Kell Brook. Let me just say this. That was an intense face-off. I heard you. I saw you guys looking at each other, maybe mouthing somewhere. What were you saying to him?
I'm passionate, you know. I'm coming here to win. This is it now. This is my time. I was born for it. This is me tomorrow. I'm winning that title.
You've been the #1 contender since October of 2012. So you've been waiting basically 2 years for this. You're a day away from the fight. Give me your thoughts.
I'm mentally ready, physically. I'm ready for this. My time tomorrow.
Maybe not a lot of fight fans have seen you fight here in the States, but I thought it was interesting. You said you're going to put on a show and take Porter out. Specifically, what do you mean by that?
He's getting took out. That means knocked out. He's getting took out. He's gonna walk onto a chocolate brownie right hand.
So it sounds like to me you don't expect this fight to go to distance.
No, it's going to be very exciting for the fans. All our action, I'm bringing it.
Best of luck to you. That's Kell Brook, of course, from England. And, of course, he's got to take on, though, the undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, fighting on Showtime. That's a good ring to it, doesn't it?
Hey, he's sweating out here. It's not that hot, is it?
Well, you just heard him. He said he's going to put on a show and take you out. He thinks that you've been too cocky, too overconfident.
I don't think so. It's just how I am. I'm confident when I get in the ring, and I think as a fighter, that's the mindset you need to have. So it's never cockiness. It's always confidence.
He just said basically his job is to put on a show here for the people in the States and take you out. So in other words, he said this one will not go the distance.
Well, everybody knows that I'm an exciting fighter. Anyone out there trying to outshine me, they're in for it. So I think he knows what time it is, and he's already sweating. So that's it. What time is it?
Showtime.
That's what I want to hear.
Well, we've seen some exciting fights out of you. What should we expect Saturday night? Do you think it's a fight that'll go the distance?
I think it's going to be a good fight. I think that we worked on a great game plan. We're going to come in there and we're going to do everything that we can be, not only to be exciting, but win the fight. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything if you're exciting if you don't win. So our #1 goal is to win the fight. #2 goal is to be exciting, and it's showtime. So when I get in the ring, I think both those things always come to.
And last but not least, because you are an exciting fighter, do you think your performance, you need a great performance because everyone's talking about maybe possibly fighting Floyd Mayweather down the line? Is that something you've entertained?
I need a great performance because that's what I ask and what I expect out of myself. It's what my team expects. We always expect to come out, be spectacular, and better than our last showing. So with that being said, no matter how far this fight goes, it will be exciting beginning to end, and I do expect to be, and still, IBF champion of the world.
All right, he said he will be, and still, the IBF welterweight champion of the world. Showtime, Shawn Porter. Best of luck to you, Saturday.
Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, so there you go. All the talk is done. Now, only thing that's left is the fights. And, of course, you can see all the action that comes your way on Showtime Championship Boxing tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. And don't forget, on Saturday, August 30th, it is the premiere of All Access Mayweather Maidana 2, Episode 1. It's followed by a special showbox, The New Generation, featuring live fights from Las Vegas. Got another program note for you. The 3-division world champion, Adrian the Problem Broner, returns to his hometown of Cincinnati and Showtime Championship Boxing on September 6th. He takes on Emmanuel Taylor. It's for the junior welterweight title of the world. And the following week on September 13th, it goes down. The big one on pay-per-view from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Mayweather, Maidana 2. They're calling it Mayhem. Make sure you check it out on pay-per-view. Of course, you can always join in on the conversation on social media. Just use the hashtag PorterBrook. And, of course, for all the updates on this fight and everything we have going on, go to our website at show.com/sports. Want to remind you, it all starts off tomorrow night on Showtime Extreme, 7 o'clock Eastern. That's 4 o'clock Pacific time here out in the West. You'll get a chance to see Deontay Wilder. Many believe he could be the next American great heavyweight. He fights on Showtime Extreme tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern. Also, Jorge Linares, Steve Farhood, myself will have the call on that. I'm Brian Custer. Thanks for watching SHO Sports Press Pass Live.
Tomorrow, Showtime brings you a title fight triple header.
Unbelievable action!
Welterweight champion Shawn Porter defends his belt against unbeaten Kell Brook.
Wow, what a punch!
Plus, Sakio Bika and Anthony Dirrell square off again for Bika's title after their first fight ended in a draw.
A dejected Anthony Dirrell.
Also, Omar Figueroa defends his lightweight title.
Absolutely electric!
Porter versus Brook, Bika versus Dirrell 2, plus Figueroa versus Estrada. Tomorrow at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on Showtime. Their first fight was thrilling.
Maidana all over Mayweather.
Action-packed.
Look at this display by Floyd Mayweather.
The toughest fight of Floyd Mayweather's career.
A fantastic fight.
So on September 13th, Floyd Mayweather and Marcos Maidana do it again.
Te voy a terminar.
Bring it on, amigo.
Mayhem. Mayweather versus Maidana 2. Saturday, September 13th at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
The first name in news magazines is now the last word in sports, with stories that matter.
Was his life ever seriously endangered?
Yes.
When people see that stopwatch, they know they're one tick away from great storytelling.
I am not a doctor. I'm a performance-enhancing specialist.
There's a beauty and a simplicity to 60-minute storytelling that has stood the test of time.
60 Minute Sports, all new Tuesday, September 2nd at 10, only on Showtime.
On Saturday, September 13th, Floyd Mayweather and Marcos Maidana meet in an explosive rematch, and here's your chance to witness all the mayhem. Showtime will fly you and a guest to Las Vegas, where a limo will usher you to the fabulous MGM Grand for a 2-night stay. You'll get VIP seating at Friday's official weigh-in, $500 for food and beverages, $250 in spa credits, and 2 great tickets for the big event. Just go to mayhemsuites.com to enter now for your chance to be at Mayweather vs. Maidana 2, Saturday, September 13th.
The cops planted pot on me, and you know it was really about you. What?
I need you to come to the expo. This is not for me, it's for a friend.
Thank you for coming. Why am I here? I lost control. Do you ever lose control, Ray?
I was just gonna go in for a sauna. Wanna join?
Let me out of here now.
Sooner or later, Cochran's gonna get bored of the two of you and move on. When that happens, there's only one play here. Fuck him before he fucks you.
I am a victim. We're all your victims.
Ray Donovan, this Sunday at 9, only on Showtime and Showtime Anytime.
If Congress doesn't get involved in baseball, are these guys not all still voiding out of their minds right now?
He asks the biggest names, the toughest questions.
You're going to look at him and say, yeah, I know that guy did something he shouldn't be doing.
Now he's taking aim.
Have we reached a point where it's time to pay college athletes?
Way past the point. At the biggest issues in sports.
Michael Sam is the NFL's first openly gay player. What went through your mind?
When you're great, no one cares what you do at home.
Everything is fair game.
I'm not here to hate, I'm just shooting straight.
Jim Rome on Showtime. All new Tuesday, September 9th at 10.
The tyranny of secrets.
The tyranny of keeping them.
People must know the truth.
You are part of an important story. I want to be the one to tell it.
We're all hoping you'll be on your best behavior here in Pakistan.
Monsters, all of you.
Get the fuck out of my face, Lieutenant.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Happy hunting.
Tomorrow, Showtime brings you a title fight triple header.
Unbelievable action!
Welterweight champion Shawn Porter defends his belt against unbeaten Kell Brook.
Wow, what a punch!
Plus, Sakio Bika and Anthony Dirrell square off again for Bika's title after their first fight ended in a draw.
A dejected Anthony Dirrell.
Also, Omar Figueroa defends his lightweight title.
Absolutely electric!
Porter versus Brook, Bika versus Dirrell 2, plus Figueroa versus Estrada. Tomorrow at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on Showtime.